Hello and welcome to week 4. For week 4, the first thing that you're going to do is complete your reading assignment. For your reading assignment this week, you're going to work on the modes of persuasion. So you're looking at ethos, pathos, logos, our rhetorical appeals. You'll look at research strategies, database searching, internet searching, some of the things that we have just started to do in the previous week, and then evaluating those sources. And that's a very important part of the research process, is just deciding if these are actually suitable to the argument that you're working on and they fit with the position that you're taking. And of course, there's the accompanying prezzies to kind of help you capture those main points. All right, next you're going to do that additional library instruction for Write 1060. Just what I explained briefly last week is that there's an additional supplemental video from the librarian that's been assigned to our class. You'll log into eSpace again, and you'll have access to that short video to kind of walk you through some final steps and final considerations. It's really important that you go through the process because research is time consuming. No matter how easy it has gotten for us to do so much of our researching online from the comfort of our own homes, it's still time consuming. So these tips and tricks do help us to make our keyword searches focused and help us weed out the variety of articles that we find once we do start to search. Then you're going to get into project number 1. For project number 1, you're going to take one of those two sources that you did for your annotated bibliography, and you're going to rhetorically analyze it. So you're going to really look at the appeals that this particular writer used to construct his or her or their argument. Now, the purpose of this assignment is to get you to think about what's successful in building an argument and what might not be successful. So you're going to evaluate this rhetorically with the eye that maybe what this writer or these writers are doing is working, or perhaps on the other side, maybe it's not working, and you want to be able to think that through in an effort to decide whether or not you're going to use some of those same strategies when we get to project number 2, which actually builds into project number 3. So you'll be carrying project number 2 into 3 and adding a piece onto it. But ultimately, what works? Is it logic? Is it emotion? Is it credibility? Or is it a combination of all of those that make the argument strongest? So you're going to take that one article and you're really going to delve into what kinds of rhetorical appeals or other organizational or kind of figurative strategies this particular writer or set of writers uses to build their argument. All right, and what I've done is I've included a sample. So you've got a sample set up in APA format, so you can follow that same format. You'll have your title page. You'll get into the text of your paper. You'll include your references in APA format, which remember is author year. And then you'll move into your references page, and this time you'll only have the one reference, so you'll be able to add that in at the end as is appropriate for APA format. So this is kind of a it'll check off many boxes, this particular assignment. You're looking at your setup of APA for the first time, integrating your research and formatting it properly. You're looking at what creates an effective argument or what might not create an effective argument, and you're actually arguing that those particular strategies are most or least, or maybe somewhere in the middle as far as effectiveness. All right, you'll turn in that rough draft. Now remember, this semester, what happens is you turn in a rough draft, you have a peer review of that draft, and then you'll notice in the following week, you'll get my comments on that draft, and you'll have all of these pieces together before you revise and submit your final copy. So, Monday, when you start week 5, you're not going to turn in your final copy. You're going to wait for both your peer review comments and my comments so that you can make the best revisions, the best choices as you move into that final draft phase. We really want to focus in on that writing process. So again, you're gonna turn in that rough draft that is due by Sunday, and you're gonna participate in the peer review forum. And in the peer review forum, what you're going to do is you'll attach your rough draft to a forum post. So you'll reply to that, add a discussion topic, and you'll add your paper Then once they start to fill in, once your classmates start to add their drafts to the forum, you'll select one and you'll reply by answering the following questions. Some of the questions work on structure and organization. Some are more of an analysis of style, but you want to answer all of the questions. There's a few ways that you can do it. You can copy these questions right into a reply to that. So once you see a fellow classmate's draft posted, you can reply to that, copy these in, and answer the questions below. You can do this all in a separate document and attach that document. You can just simply answer the questions, but you want to answer all 11 of these questions in an attempt to make that the best set of feedback points that your fellow classmate can use as he or she revises. Okay, that's it for week 4. Let's get back to the actual week 4. You're going to, again, turn these in by Sunday at the end of the week, but definitely as you're working throughout the week, you're welcome to turn things in ahead of time. If you have any questions, please reach out. Always happy to help.